want to hear instead of what you need to hear.
Phil Grande guides you step by step on investing.
You're going to know exactly what the tone of the market is. Do I sell? Do I not sell? Do I buy?
All you need to know is philsgang.com.
Check it out, philsgang.com, philsgang.com.
What does it take to be a successful investor in the stock market? Developing your skills and learning from an expert like Phil Grande and philsgang.com.
It doesn't have to be hard or complicated to learn how to invest in stocks properly. It's like anything else. You're going to golf, you're going to learn how to play tennis, ski. You need to be with someone, learn off of them, one-on-one. Now that can be really expensive, cost thousands of dollars, but I have a program that you can join for 10 days free.
Go to philsgang.com and sign up for a free 10-day trial. Phil Grande has developed tools to teach you how to invest in stocks properly. Not only when to buy stocks, but how to sell stocks short.
85% of people in the market lose money. Get out of that group by just joining Phil's gang.
Now you can learn to invest like a pro with a pro, Phil Grande. Take advantage of this special offer for a free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
Try it. 10 days free.
That's philsgang.com.
philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
We don't really see anything getting in the way of the positive momentum that we've seen really since the lows at the end of October. The data is supporting the positive moves. There's consumer confidence, there's corporate confidence, and barring anything really unforeseen, we think the market's going to continue to rally.
I think when you look at the broader data, the market continues, and the economy in general continues to be on good footing, right?
Everything's under good footing. Everything's wonderful. That's okay. That's all right. Let them keep running the market. We'll just keep playing the momentum. I told my members today we've been long for a long time ETFs, like the industrials, and we've been long the industrials, the banks, and we've been tech, and about 4 of the ETFs. And they've done fantastic. That's where the momentum is. That's where the money's going. So we're not going to fight it. Just keep running with what works. But it's coming to an end. And I think the first thing is going to happen, you're going to see that, like right now, you're starting to see the tech stock and use, of course, NVIDIA as your guide. And you can see how NVIDIA's starting to pull back. And I told my members, well, one of the problems, we're in tax season now. They're going to have to start paying taxes. And what they'll do is we've never seen the kind of capital gains that we're experiencing on, let's say, the Magnificent Seven. I tried to find out what the number was, but I haven't had any luck yet, but I will. But it's got to be enormous. So they got to pay their taxes. So what are they going to do? They're going to start unloading. Okay, I think the big tech stocks, so they can pay their capital gains. They're going to load the bank stocks. And we can see that. We saw that yesterday. And when you look at NVIDIA, I mean, so many people are jumping into NVIDIA right now. They're going to get clobbered. They think, oh, it's just going to go higher automatically. Well, it's not. You got to wait till it gets there. Wait till it actually does before you jump in it, or otherwise you're going to really get smoked. And you can see right now on NVIDIA, just watch the volume. You should do that with any stock. But the volume alone, if you go back about 7 days, you got far more sellers than you got buyers. But yet we got all these people jumping in at the critical and most dangerous stage 3. And stage 3 is where all the crashes begin. Stage 3 is where those people who never were in a stock think they missed NVIDIA. They missed the market. And it's amazing. This is exactly when they get in. They just feel left out. They missed something. And that's why stage 3 pricing is so critical. And we can see it. But the other day, you can see people trying to, in fact, if you go back and look at on, I think it was on Friday, I think it was May 8th, you saw everybody was jumping in there and everybody was trying to jump back in on, buying a dip. That was on, I think, on the 12th. And I told my members, don't do that. It's not going to work. And it hasn't. So we got a situation that they're telling us how everything's wonderful. Everything's wonderful, and the markets are going to be fine, and the economy is going to be fine, but you don't have everything wonderful. You don't have a strong stock market when PE ratios are extremely high, or when you have earnings from a handful of companies. My Lord. The market, when we started this week, the market, if you looked at the 2023, you start breaking it down. Yeah, we had 23% gains in 2023 in the S&P. And the problem, 17% came from 7 stocks. Just 6% came from 493 stocks. Now, we just got over our fourth quarter 2023 earnings. And they look, and everybody's celebrating. I go, what are they celebrating? They said, look, we got a 7.7% gain. No, you didn't. If you back out those magnificent 7, we had a loss of 1.7%. So think about it. 2023, the last quarter, you had a loss of 1.7%. And if you go back and pull out the magnificent 7, only 6%, remember, contributed of that 23%. And then 2024, here we are the first 2 months, we're up 10%. Everybody's celebrating again. With 10% gain. Yeah, that's great. It is. But 54% of the 10% gains came from not 7 now. Remember, it's no more Magnificent 7. We're down to Magnificent 4. We've been shorting, by the way, Apple for some time now. And I told everybody to short Apple. And so you got Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, and NVIDIA. Now, they drove the 10%. They drove 54% of 500 stocks. So you got 4 stocks driving the 10% gain, 54% of it. What are you, nuts? That's insane. That's insane. And as I said a moment ago, now we're in the most critical area of stage 3 pricing. And this is where every crash occurs. So I'd be very careful jumping in. If you miss this entire rally, even if you take, just go back and take a look. I don't care, even if you miss the banks, for example. We did terrific on the banks. I think they're up now about, let's just take XLF, our ETF. Our ETF on XLF, we got in that somewhere around November 13th or 14th. It was around $33. And then now, I think it was around $33. Just want to make sure we got that. Yeah, $34. That's right. That's the ETF, and now it's around $41. And then we got into J.P. Morgan, and we got in that when it was around November 17th. We got in that. That was around $151, and today it's $190. So these stocks, there's more. How much is that? That's about a 20% return on J.P. Morgan, and both of those, the ETF and the banks. What I'm saying is there's more stocks than the tech stocks, and these tech stocks are starting to break down. They're starting to break down. So when you really dig in, and you look at 2023, and you look at 2024, not good, not good. I mean, you you really need to put those stats in perspective. I mean, we're not talking about the stats of Tom Brady, okay, or the New England Patriots. These are stocks, but they're treated as if they treat these tech stocks like if they were a Tom Brady or a Belichick. Ridiculous. So there's going to be a lot of pain coming when that happens. In the meantime, as the market goes up, if they keep pushing the market up, because remember, every time the market pulls back just a bit and it starts to correct, they print money again, they go and they just push it right back up. But it's getting to a point now that it's so overextended, this market, the PE ratios are so unbelievable that this is when the market will capture you. So in the meantime, just stay with the ETFs that are the strongest, like we've been doing. And that way you're going to be just fine and just keep riding them till it doesn't work anymore. But don't keep depending on these 4 or 5 tech stocks. You get hurt.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grande has some sound reasons you should join Phil's gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, okay, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over 6-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
What does it take to be a successful investor in the stock market? Developing your skills and learning from an expert like Phil Grande and philsgang.com.
It doesn't have to be hard or complicated to learn how to invest in stocks properly. It's like anything else. You're going to golf, or you're going to learn how to play tennis, ski. You need to be with someone, learn off of them, one-on-one. Now that can be really expensive, cost thousands of dollars, but I have a program that you can join for 10 days free.
Go to philsgang.com and sign up for a free 10-day trial. Phil Grande has developed tools to teach you how to invest in stocks properly. Not only when to buy stocks, but how to sell stocks short.
85% of people in the market lose money. Get out of that group by just joining Phil's Gang.
Now you can learn to invest like a pro with a pro, Phil Grande. Take advantage of this special offer for a free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
Try it. 10 days free.
That's philsgang.com.
philsgang.com.
Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com.
What does it take to be a successful investor in the stock market? Developing your skills and learning from an expert like Phil Grande and philsgang.com.
It doesn't have to be hard or complicated to learn how to invest in stocks properly. It's like anything else. You're going to golf, or you're going to learn how to play tennis, ski. You need to be with someone. Learn off of them, one-on-one. Now, that can be really expensive, cost thousands of dollars. But I have a program that you can join for 10 days free.
Go to philsgang.com and sign up for a free 10-day trial. Phil Grande has developed tools to teach you how to invest in stocks properly. Not only when to buy stocks, but how to sell stocks short.
85% of people in the market lose money. Get out of that group by just joining Phil's gang.
Now you can learn to invest like a pro with a pro, Phil Grande. Take advantage of this special offer for a free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
Try it. 10 days free.
That's philsgang.com.
philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, welcome back to Phil's gang. So, again, the market, you're starting to see where, again, the Magnificent Seven is starting to get some cracks. And people are funny. They just won't move out of those stocks. And I was just looking during the break. If you're with us, when our charts, our Pro 2 color-coded chart, which we have a buy signal, and if you got in on those buy signals, for example, we're working with American Express. American Express is up over 35%. Wells Fargo's up over 35%. JP Morgan's up over 25%. We got into these banks when nobody wanted these banks. Now, and then people were still in Apple, and when we got into the banks, they said, let's turn around and short Apple. And so we caught Apple on the way down. So the idea that you're just going to buy these tech stocks and just get rich, it just doesn't work that way. And here's the other thing. You know, they keep telling us how great the economy is, how strong the economy is, how strong the market is. You don't have a strong economy or strong market when our ratio of debt, okay, to what we produce. Now, you got to keep producing more than debt, and we don't. And that ratio has to be around 65 to 100. Debt to our production has to be about 65 to 100. Then we can pay back our bills. But it's not. Under Biden, it's over 125%. That means we don't have the ability to pay our bills, and we don't. And that's why we have tremendous deficits. Now, we send out, think about it. When you have a ratio that bad, then that means our lenders, China and Japan, they don't stop lending. They just keep increasing the interest rates. And look what's going on with the interest that we're paying on our debt. It's nuts. It's insane. So, and now we also are finding, when they keep telling us how strong the economy is, how can it be when corporations and households, remember, they were piling on debt when interest rates were near zero. So now you got corporate debt at 14 trillion. That's historic. You got household debt at 17 trillion. That's historic. That's a lot of debt, man. And now they're not paying interest rates anymore at long-term rates at 0.8% or zero. Those go into 4.3%. And the worst one is, of course, the short term is going from 0 to 5.4. So these corporations and households, because of that, bankruptcies are going up, but you never hear them talk about it. So corporate bankruptcies are up over 30% because they can't pay those lines of credit. It was okay when it was 0 or 1% or 0.8, but when you go to from 0.8 to 4.3, or you go to 0.8 to 5%, you're screwed. And that's why we have bankruptcies, corporate bankruptcies up 30%, and household personal bankruptcies up 32%. But the market just keeps going up. And that's okay. Just make sure you're in the right stocks, and especially ETFs. You know, a lot of people talk about they don't like ETFs. I don't get that. That all came from the dopes on Wall Street, the fake business news network, because they don't make much money on selling you an ETF. They make their money on selling you stocks. You should always buy the ETF first. So let's say oil. Our oil stocks, we got into oil when nobody wanted oil. And let me bring it back here. So if we take our XLE, that's our energy ETF, and it was going from, if you take oil, it dropped from October 2023, and I said to everybody, let's let this oil drop, keep following it, and it dropped from October 2023 down to January of 2024. And that's when we started to buy it. Nobody was talking about buying oil, buying energy. Nobody. And that's what you got to do. You got to, the groups that get beaten down, popular groups like energy that get beaten down, that's when you go for the stocks. You don't go and buy a stage 3 pricing like today, which everybody's doing on NVIDIA. That's insane. So we started to buy, as I say, that energy, the XLE, back here in January 17th and 18th, and then we started to add to it back here in February 14th. So we're up those ETFs 10, 15%. What's wrong with that? Nice and safe, not a problem. And the other ETFs that we got involved with too is the industrial ETF, XLI. Now nobody was looking at industrial. Nobody wanted industrial. In fact, when we bought the industrial, I mean, it was still going down. And when you look at our color-coded chart, it was red. It was all sell, no buy. But we started to buy a little bit at a time, and then when it turned green, that's when we really went after it. And the industrials turned green on November 16, 2023, and around $104. And today it's $122. That's a 17% gain. So there's life after these tech stocks. And what's going to happen at some point, just like the dot-coms, these tech stocks will just, they'll all correct. But again, going back to the economy being so strong, you don't have a strong economy, as I say, when our ratio of debt is insane. Production. Okay, are you kidding? We're not producing anything. When you have a 125% ratio, you're screwed. And you don't have a strong economy. When debt starts decreasing savings, and debt starts decreasing income, and deficits. You know, they say we got a good income, a good economy, but we got debt and deficits that are historic. And remember, our deficits are crazy. We're $1 trillion we're paying in interest right now. $1 trillion. Are you nuts? And you can't keep spending more money than your tax revenue. But that's what the government's doing. This is insane. But it also gives us opportunity to get sell short and buy some stock.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grande has some sound reasons you should join Phil's gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Phil Grande has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there with the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days. You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market, just like you, lose money. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Why do they lose? Because they don't know how to short stocks in down market. That will change once you use my patent Pro 2 color-coded chart. It works. The technology works. And it not only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
What does it take to be a successful investor in the stock market? Developing your skills and learning from an expert like Phil Grande and philsgang.com.
It doesn't have to be hard or complicated to learn how to invest in stocks properly. It's like anything else. You're going to golf, or you're going to learn how to play tennis, ski. You need to be with someone. Learn off of them, one-on-one. Now, that can be really expensive. Costs thousands of dollars. But I have a program that you can join for 10 days free.
Go to philsgang.com and sign up for a free 10-day trial. Phil Grande has developed tools to teach you how to invest in stocks properly. Not only when to buy stocks, but how to sell stocks short.
85% of people in the market lose money. Get out of that group by just joining Phil's Gang.
Now you can learn to invest like a pro with a pro. Phil Grande. Take advantage of this special offer for a free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
Try it. 10 days free.
That's philsgang.com.
philsgang.com.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Hey, welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join our gang free for 10 days. For 10 days. Remember, charting is everything. Because charting takes in all information. And then when it pushes it out, it comes out as pricing. So you don't have to sit there and try to figure out fundamentals of a company. Who cares about bank fundamentals? I could care less if I have price to sales or price to book. And what do I care? I'm going to go measure how well management's doing on the return on assets or the return on equity. I'm going to judge them. That's all gone. Nobody cares anymore. Everybody's overpaying for stocks. Nobody cares, especially when money was free. Do you know how levered up the stock market is? It's unbelievable. But that will end. It will end. So all you got to know is, okay, how long, and I'm just looking here at the break, how long do we, like my gang members, we're up 10% in the banks. I mean, in energy, XLE, ETF. MPC, that's a refiner. Another refiner, MRO. We're up 10% in those. And we're up, our banks, American Express, we're up 35%, Wells Fargo 35%, and JP Morgan's up 25%. And remember, Apple's going down, so we're short Apple. Apple's going down. So, you know, everyone thinks, don't worry, just keep buying Apple. You're going to get rich one day. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. But listen to this. This is insane. Listen to this here.
COVID savings, according to most, is basically ending. Those of us calling for a recession last year missed, I think, how much excess savings there were, but that seems to be ending.
Miss? How could you miss? How could you miss? There's information on savings everywhere. So what they do is they sit around and they say, oh, they got a lot of savings, so the consumer's going to keep consuming. But not only did he consume, he didn't have enough savings. Why do you think credit cards are insane? Why do you think credit card delinquencies historically are up? I mean, what do? Everybody's got savings now. They're all going to go out and buy and everything's okay. Are you kidding? People don't have that kind of savings. Yes, for the first 6 months, yes, there was about $33 trillion in savings instead of an average of $8 trillion. And now today there's about 200 and I forgot what it is, about 290 billion. There's hardly any savings at all. But we never have savings. We never have much in savings. So the idea, oh, gee, we missed it. Oh, my God. Are you nuts? Missed what? And here's another, they're talking about the banks, right?
There will be bank failures, but this is not the big banks. If you look,
yeah, they're not the big banks. Don't worry about them. They're okay. Are you kidding? It's the regional banks that keep the country going. This guy's an idiot. He's a lawyer. He's a lawyer. Can you imagine have a lawyer running the Federal Reserve? He's not even a CPA. He's not even just an accountant. You wouldn't hire him, and no company would hire him to look at their books. He's a lawyer. And look what he's done to this country. He's destroyed it. Him and Biden. They destroyed it. Kept spending and spending and spending. And these banks are in such trouble. And all these deficits. You know, it keeps interest rates going up. Going up. And it's like nobody's at home in Washington. Nobody's looking at any of this. All they know is if these 5 stocks keep going up, then we can tell the economy, we can tell the people. We can tell the people who are the same stupid, this is them talking, the same stupid people who sold Obamacare, which Obamacare is a total failure. You talk about a screwed up mess, Obamacare. You're paying so much for health care, that thing's got to get shut down. So, but not to get off track, we just can't keep spending. So these banks, right now, all those regional banks, they turned around, they closed the lending program down, and then they opened up now the window, which is always open. They said, well, no, just come over here and we'll take care of you for a year. Yeah, we'll take care of you to get to the election. What do you think is going to happen with these 180 banks when the election's over with? As a matter of fact, I have my members shorting an ETF, which is a bank ETF. If you want to follow us, just join the gang. Matter of fact, you get 10 days free. Just go to Phil's gang. But these banks, remember, when they closed their doors, those three banks, Silicon Valley Bank, First Republic, and Signature, when they closed their doors, and then there was 180 banks behind them to go down, and that's when they put the bank term funding program together. All it was a Band-Aid. Now they shut the bank term funding program down. And now they opened up, they said, well, just come to the Fed, they call the window, and we're going to take care of you. We'll take care of you. Like the problem's going away? Are you kidding? This is insane what's going on. So we have now, because of what's happened, we have an inversion in our yield curve. That's guaranteeing us a recession. We have earnings that are declining. I just went over those with you. Terrible earnings. But nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. As long as NVIDIA keeps going, nobody cares. Yields and inflation, they're still both going up. That's right. They didn't beat inflation yet. And we have no economic growth in this country. None. Zero. So Biden right now, he's spending more than the tax revenue coming in. That's increasing our debt. That's reducing business investment. That reduces productivity. And it's productivity that you need to grow. So you have good jobs, good paying jobs. And they lie to us every month about the jobs. Isn't that awful? Every month they lie. And they come back and revise them down. And the jobs they give us is all garbage. It's all terrible, low-paying service jobs. And then they pop in another 35,000, 40,000 government jobs that you and I are paying. That's a deficit. You and I have to pay those government jobs. If a bakery down the street from your home hires someone, you don't pay them. But if it was the government bakery, we got to pay them. This is so screwed up. It's unbelievable. But there's always the right stock to be in, no matter what the situation is. But don't always get caught up with the hot stocks. Look at the money we made when everybody was going after the hot stocks, the big tech stocks that we made in Carnival Cruise Line. That went up unbelievable, Carnival Cruise Line. But see, unless it's the tech stocks, there's all these other stocks aren't sexy anymore. Oil, I mean, look at our gold stocks, our oil stocks going through the roof. And everybody missed out on those. Now they're all going to get clobbered in the tech stocks. And now you have Powell going to Congress. And he's not square with Congress. He lies to Congress. Starting with inflation's coming down. What? What do you mean inflation's coming down? How can you have inflation coming down? It's increasing. Under Biden, it's up, what, 16%? Inflation, I think it's like up 16, and wages are up, what, 13? We're going backwards. I mean, it's just nuts what's going on. So again, join our gang free for 10 days and follow us in the stocks that you should be in.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grande and philsgang.com, you can. Phil'sGang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With Phil'sGang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to Phil'sGang.com. Phil'sGang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grande.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially in the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grande at philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. If you invest in the stock market, take a moment for this important advice.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You've got to stop listening to the fake business news networks because they tell you what you want to hear instead of what you need to hear.
Phil Grande guides you step by step on investing.
You're going to know exactly what the tone of the market is. Do I sell? Do I not sell? Do I buy?
All you need to know is philsgang.com.
Check it out, philsgang.com, philsgang.com.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. If you invest in the stock market, take a moment for this important advice.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You've got to stop listening to the fake business news networks because they tell you what you want to hear instead of what you need to hear.
Phil Grande guides you step by step on investing.
You're going to know exactly what the tone of the market is. Do I sell? Do I not sell? Do I buy?
All you need to know is philsgang.com.
Check it out, philsgang.com, philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So, Biden continues to spend more than the tax revenue he collects. And this all started under Obama, Biden, Bernanke administration because remember what I said, they decided we got to move the stock market up quickly. Let's move the stock market up so we can get everybody's confidence because people think the stock market, they measure how well the economy's doing by the stock market. The stock market goes up. We can lie to them and tell them the economy's doing well because they all think it does. They all think the stock market is a measurement of the economy. So let's do that. We'll screw them there, just like we screwed them with health care when we were lying to them about health care. Thank God they were stupid about health care. And thank God Pelosi said, I'm not going to show you anything until we pass it. How stupid could people be? They didn't call their congressman? Say, what is this? You're not going to show us what is inside the bill? We got to wait till you sign it? And it's turned out to be a disaster. Our costs are crazy. So to get things better, how do you get all this money out of the system? Because remember, this is how they did it. This is how they got the stock market to go up, by printing all this money and increasing the money supply by almost, $30 trillion for 15 years. Supposed to be for 8 months. For 8 months, 13 years. So now you can't reduce that money supply, because when you start reducing, you start selling off, as I told you the other day, you start selling off the mortgages and the treasuries that's on their balance sheet. The balance of the treasuries and the mortgages, mortgage-backed securities on the balance sheet, those are fixed rates, and those interest rates go up. So that's why they just can't say, let's just sell all this stuff, and then what we'll do is we'll drop our balance sheet would be back down from 8 trillion to 800 billion. See, right now, when this market, this is why they're not letting the market collapse. It will happen, but they won't let it collapse. The 4 times this market has corrected, then they stopped it because they're scared to death, because they know that they can't fund, like they did in 2008 for 15 years, these banks. Everyone thinks that Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, Citi, Bank of America are viable banks. They're not. They're being propped up since 2008. They're not viable. They're being propped up. They're owned by the government in reality. So, it's amazing that people don't understand what's going on. And this money supply, which is outpacing productivity, and that was their idea in 2008, 2009. We don't need to produce anything. Let's not produce anything. Why do we need to make anything? All we got to do is we could just push the stock prices up. And then people will really think the economy's good, and then consumer confidence is going to go up, and then we'll get rates down so they go buy a car and a motorcycle. And they have no idea they're getting screwed. They have no idea the economy sucks. They have no idea. They think, wow, everything's great. Look at that. I can go buy a motorcycle. I can get a moped. Rates are down. Rates are down. Yeah, well, look now where they are. So we're now at a point, how are you going to get these rates down? You're not. Look at the 10-year Treasury every day. You see, last week they tried to get that long-term rate back down below 4%. They couldn't do it. How are they going to do it? There's too much money in the system. As I said, the only way they can pull it out is they got to sell what they have on their balance sheet. But when they sell what they have on their balance sheet, interest rates keep going up. And that's why your 10-year Treasury, look at your 10-year Treasury. It was a week ago, it was trying to break through 4%. Now it's 4.3%. The killer is the short-term 5.3. That's the corporations are in deep, deep trouble. People have no idea. And most people don't even think about the commercial problems. Think of these banks. There's 180 regional banks going down, but we're propping them up. Because what are we really propping up? About $9 trillion in commercial debt that's ready to drop. But they don't want that to go either. So they're sitting there, they're holding this up, then they run over and hold that up. That's what's going on. So in the meantime, you got 5 stocks out of 8,000 that go up. Hasn't that hit anybody yet? We got 8,000 stocks in the stock market. Or take 5, say 5,000, the ones that are active, 5,000. That's not moving the market. You got 5 stocks. Let's say you got altogether, to be real, let's say you probably got about 20 stocks out of 5,000 is pushing the market up. But the leaders are, of course, the same stocks, the same tech stocks. So So I don't know, you know, and it's just a matter of time. Because, see, we used to have recessions. Recessions were great because recessions, we would go in and we'd take all these balance sheets, clean them up, make sure the debt was cleaned up, get a stock that was trading at $200 back down to where it should be at about $75. So there he is, Powell, in front of Congress. I never saw a bunch of stupid people, these people who run for Congress. He's sitting there lying to them, and not one of them's picking it up. Inflation's coming down, he says. It's not. It's not coming down. Food's still up 20. People are paying, they get their paycheck, 20% of that paycheck is going to rent into food. That's what's killing them, rent and food. The economy's growing? No, it's not. Even the IMF came out and announced that this is the weakest growth in 30 years. And he sat in front of Congress last week telling the congressman that the economy is growing, things are growing, everything's fine. And the stupid congressman looks at him, well, we thank you for your service. Thank you for... The people behind those chairs, they're so stupid. It's scary how stupid they are. Even the IMF, they don't even know what the IMF is. The labor market, boy, and I'm so sick of hearing all year long how strong the labor market is, how strong the labor market. Labor market's not strong. Every time the labor market get weak to pump it up to make it look good, the government would put, 35,000 jobs, 65,000 jobs, which is terrible because that's more inflation because you and I have to pay those paychecks every week. The labor market's strong. No, it's not. No, it's not. If the labor market was strong, then why do we lose 276,000 high-paying full-time jobs, and then we replace them with part-time, lousy service jobs? If the economy was so good, would we have done that? If the labor market's so good, why are we doing revisions every month? Every month we're doing revisions. So, again, Powell threw a lifeline to these banks. What they're going to do is get these banks through to the election. Then after the election, you watch what happens. They're going to do everything between now and the election to keep this market going up. They'll use Band-Aids, they'll use clippers, they'll use anything to keep this market up. So you just got to make sure that you don't get caught in the wrong stocks. And make sure you also know how to make money when the markets are going down or the stocks are going down. And we'll make sure you do that. We'll make sure you do that. So it doesn't matter to you if the market's going up or down or stocks going up or down. You've got to get in that position. Otherwise, if you're depending on the market just to keep going up, and when we have the PE ratios right now, the PE ratios right now today, adjusted for inflation, are exactly where they were in the 1929 crash and the 2000 dot-com crash. Exactly where they were. Now, I know I get emails all the time, Phil, you're wrong. You've been wrong about the market. It's not going to go down. You're wrong. No, I'm not wrong. But in the meantime, we don't just sit here and sit around waiting for the market to go down. We're making sure we're in the best stocks. We're in the best. I'm not going to have my gang go in and buy these tech stocks. They're insane. What's wrong with being in American Express being up 20%? What's wrong with being in Wells Fargo up 35%? And look at the oil. And look at our gold. Those are all up. Our oil's up. Our banks are up. Our banks, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, those are up all about 30, 35%. Our oil stocks are up all about 10%. Our gold stocks are about the same. And I think right now we only have one big tech stock left. I think there's only one big tech stock left that we're trading. All right, join my gang, philsgang.com. Okay, check it out. It's 11. You get free for 10 days, and we have fun doing it.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.